1st of August, and you could say the spring stuff was finished flowering, the early summer stuff is sort of finished. So a little bit of a tidy up and cutting back, and then we get all August and September. So yesterday, or day before yesterday, I started here, and I just started cutting stuff back. Missed a few bits. Those geranium ibericums, we need to take all those bits off. That's about 10 minutes work. That has to be done. We forgot that. And great thing about Ratoke Garden Centre, you always have sound of the birds, either the birds with the feathers or the iron birds that come from the airport. But we always have one type of bird or another type of bird. So we moved along here, and we have to be careful. There's certain plants we have to watch. One was Geranium nodosum, and I got rid of it all, and it keeps coming back. But there, I thought I got rid of it all, and there I found a piece. There it is. Now it's quite a nice geranium and it's very good for dry shade, but the problem is it seeds everywhere, and unlike a lot of plants that seed everywhere, easily removed, this one is, you have to, it's tricky enough to remove. So unless you have a very dry shady spot and you don't mind it going in and bullying the other plants, don't use it. That was aquilegia, that's Thalictrum there, or Lythrum aquilegiifolium. That's seeded in there. So we're going to pot that up. It's actually worth potting up. It's worth saving that. It's worth saving that one. Now here, this is our little alpine bed. And what an alpine bed is, it's a big border in miniature. So everything is miniature, and you have the same flat stuff, taller stuff, differences in height. And we had a Hypericum olympicum that got too big. It was that size, so we took it out and we potted it on. We split it up and potted it on. I think it's going to be okay. But so we took that up and then planted this sedum, and then decided to plant this Aster, some peculiar name. It's not a Sempervivum or Sedum, Aster or something. And this little saxifrage, or little sedum. And then we planted this Sempervivum. We planted that Campanula, 3 little erodiums, vicious form, and the 3 white forms, very same. So there's a flatness there, and a bit of height with this grass, a little bit of height, and a little bit of colour. And then we put this Coreopsis in, and look, see that there? That needs just like a water. Now the thing about that is, if the plant is like that, and you put loads of water on it, and then come back half an hour later, and it's like that, it's back up again. Perfect. If you come back half an hour later and it's still like that, plant is for the rubbish bin. Now we also put another little sedum here, white and the dark colour. And this is a Fuchsia Cottinghamii, the little dwarf miniature fuchsia. We cut it to the ground every spring. Came to the bad winter of 2010. Really got the hardiest fuchsia there is. Then planted this. I don't even know what it is, but it's going to flower now. And there's another Campanula there. And this rock had a hole in it, and put in a Gypsophila. That could do with some water. And seed fifth, Iberis, just happened to be in flower. Now we're in a very handy position because we sell the stuff here. So, and I don't have to bring it through a till or anything, so it's very cheap. We have this little rose, which is kind of gimmicky, but it's kind of nice, but I'd like it to be a proper rose shape. But just have it because it's a rose. Let's see. Yes. Finish off with this. That is the prostrate rosemary. It's great for falling down. Now it is actually too big for this bed, but the cafes sometimes come and take bits of it, so I can't get rid of it. Yeah, we go further along. I removed 2 verbenas that weren't doing well from here, and I put these 2 Sahin's early flower, Helenium Sahin's early flower. Deadheaded about 2 weeks ago. I deadheaded the Penstemon Garnet, and it's going to flower again, and we're going to have a lovely, this is a very nice Aster, little Carlow. And these were poor this year, the white Achilleas, they were poor. I don't know why. I'm ruthless. I cut flowers off if they're falling over, if they're untidy. I won't allow them. It's just okay. So it's on, we don't know, probation. And look, we have 2 Persicarias. We have a white one and a red one. I never asked for that. That's a self-sown seedling, Lythrum, salicaria, and this is probably, it's just coming into flower now. That's self-seed, obviously, there. That Verbena bonariensis. The thing about Verbena bonariensis, it's a great plant, planted en masse, but it's not. It's really a glorified annual. It doesn't have a strong root, so you get 2 years out of it, get rid, replant. That's Aster Mönch, probably one of the best asters there is. As we move further along, a bit of cutting back here. We took a few plants out here and put in a goldenrod, a solidago, and another Penstemon. And here I just found this random dahlia, and it's got mildew, and I'm hoping now that it's planted out that'll lose its mildew, because it won't be. And the funny thing about it is that's a Dahlia Merkii. That one there is Dahlia Merkii, and that dahlia produces a tuber. I didn't even know. I thought it was a potato, but it's the very same as a potato. And that came through to the bad winter 2010. That's Dahlia Merkii is perfectly hardy. It was very hard to get. So that was just planted 2 days ago. And we came as far as here. And saxifraga, we need to cut all flower stems off. I'll just pull them out. Needs to be done. But so that's a job to be done. This here, the aconitum, just a little bit of work. Stop it leaning over too much. This is a dangerous plant, but it's a beautiful plant. Look what's grown through it. I think that's Thalictrum delavei. And that's really it for this border. Everything's been more or less cut back. That's the last flowering plant in the place, that Achillea. That'll flower late September, October. And that's it. That's the herbaceous border. The odd bit of tidying up from the day lilies. A little bit of tidying up, get all the dead flowers away. Need a little bit of work. That's 10 minutes work on that. Not now. Here we go out the back. see this hydrangea, bluebird. It's still producing new flowers. That's due to frost, late, very cold nights in May, early May. That's what did that. Cosmias are coming on. That's I can't remember the name of that one, but it's doing really well. And that downpipe doesn't work properly, so get lots of water spills in here, and it's perfect for it. Once again, just a little bit of this, small bit. And there's that geranium giving trouble. Unfortunately, it is. I know it's a pity, isn't it, coming into flower, but you have to be cruel to be kind sometimes. Yeah, we leave the rest. It's a very nice geranium. Deadheading here, Penstemon Garnet. Now, if you had a lot of Penstemon Garnet, you could just get the hedge cutters. But if you just have the odd one, you can just do it like that. You just leave the flowery one. Now, I have a rule. It's 10-to-1 rule. The 10-to-1 rule is when you're deadheading stuff, for every 10 ones, 10 deadheads of a dead thing, you'll always deadhead something that you're not supposed to. 10-to-1. So 10 bad things and 1 good thing. So if you do that when you're deadheading, you cut the good rows instead of the rows that's gone up. That's part of it. 10-to-1. If you're lucky, you may be 20-to-1. So this has to be done. That's really well. That's going to flower right up till October. And here's our Aster Mönch. And we just little haircut here. And we don't want that coming in hitting the plant. You have to decide, do you want the Beatles haircut or a Rod Stewart haircut when you're doing these, you know, it's up to you. But isn't it beautiful? That's another month's flowering in that. And the geums, these been flowering since June. Deadhead, and you go bring the spike right back to the green basal leaves. It looks more tidy and it generally reflowers. Probably the most popular sanguisarber we have is one called Lilac Squirrel, and it came right out and we cut loads back, but it's still absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely colour. Starting to fade a little bit. Now, we had an issue in here with another ground cover plant that was taken over, so we had to remove it, and it's still not fully gone, and we don't know what to replace it with. I'm very tempted with those. That's a Coreopsis testacea, type of a grass, but sedge actually. Prairie Fire. I think that could be a winner. I don't know, is it too close to the pine tree? Will it take too much? Will it suck too much out of it? I don't know, but I just think it kind of works. And that was planted. That's Eupatorium. It's Eupatorium ligustrinum. The Eupatorium that looks like a privet. Eupatorium ligustrinum. It's a shrub, unlike the other Eupatoriums like Joe Pyeweed, which are herbaceous. It's a shrub. I planted it. It needs a load of water. It needs some water. It's going to flower. That'll get this height. So I'm hoping that's going to be good. Now, there's the plant I have to dig out, that getting rid of, that we're just at the whole time. It's just too difficult. That's to come out. This is interesting. Aquilegiifolium just finished flowering. Now you have to go through it like this, and if you look close, you can see it's going to reflower all along the stem. But you have to do this. Well, that's a nice, pleasant half an hour. And you always find in the beginning you're very careful, and as you go on for longer and longer, you tend to get a bit more careless. And someone asked me, why did I bother planting that the yellow loosestrife? It's very hard to control, and I'm asking myself the same question, why did I bother planting it? But anyway, I did. You have to be careful with it, but it's a good strong yellow. So that's another 10 minutes. And look at our lovely laburnum. And it gave a tiny little bit of flowering and this year, but I'm hoping we're going to get a lot of flower out of it. And what we'll do is, in the winter time, when the foliage is gone, we'll remove some, and we'll try to get a multi-stemmed one, but not too bushy looking. So we'll wait for the winter. Oh, look over there. Isn't that very nice? Those hydrangeas. You see them? Blue hydrangeas. Didn't even know we had them. So that's that. And a few bits to put here. And I don't know what to put here. But we'll figure that out. Maybe some more euphorbias, because the euphorbias will tolerate the dry conditions. That's right up against Scots Pine, and it's tolerating it. What is that there? That's certainly tolerating it. That looks like a prunus of some sort. We go this way. Oh yeah, have to do the health and safety. First. I'm doing a video. The last video I did, I showed how to use this, and I use this quite a bit now. I find it very handy. And I had it on the ground. I had a few other bits, and I was in a hurry, and I stood here, and it came up and hit me there. At about 100 miles an hour. And if it had hit me there, that lost me. I would have been noseless for a while. So I don't know what you do, but don't put it like that on the ground. Maybe put it like this. Just be careful. I learned the hard way. I had a very lucky escape. You know. We had Procosmia, Paul's best yellow, and it got very bad, really bad leaf sort of a disease on it. I don't know what it was, really bad. So we just took the lot out, and we're replacing it with these tanacetums, or it's a tanicetums. I don't actually know the plant, because I didn't know the plant. Then I realised we used to call them Persicaria in the old days, and before that they were called chrysanthemum. But anyway, they might work there. And the other thing is, nature never sleeps. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's elders. Each one of them would make an elder tree. So nature never sleeps. Oh yes, we took out, planted some Achilleas here last, and it just didn't do. So we put one of my favourite plants, sulphur clover. It's also one of the rabbit's favourite plants. That's the problem with it, but it is absolutely beautiful. hopefully we sort out our rabbits. They're very bad this year, but we're all corralled in, and just with a bit of luck. But the first plant of rabbits go for is sulphur clover. Oh, that's not the ordinary purpleusite. There's the ordinary purpleusite. That's a different one. That's Lythrum virgatum. That's a really, really good one. And we'll take out willow herb, which came from America. But we sent that to America, and that's done. Americans don't like that, so we're even. Probably this needs to be deadheaded. But one of the flower carpet roses. Don't have time. That's a holding operation. And then we'll get the rake and we rake all this up, and then we go in, do a bit of this when we get time. And I've already removed here. I already removed a good one. See, that's so 1 out of 10. What next? They're not too good, those. They're not really good, those phlox. They're a bit scrawny, but we'll give them another year. Just taking their time. And I always find when I go to my glove box, I've all left-handed gloves and you can never find a right. I don't understand it. Just all the right-handed ones are always gone. They're just all left-handed. But there's a nettle. Now we need. We need that for the bramble, and that is the plant that will take over if humans ever go. Bramble, it just goes mad, it just goes up and along. A little bit of deadheading here. That's Salvia caridana, but look, there's a lot of new. See, there's a lot of new growth. So if that was. I don't know if that's a steroid variety, but another 10 minutes work going through that, be no harm. This is falling over. Now to you. I think. Well, what will we do? What will we do? That's really good phlox. What do we do with this now to you? There's two options. One is take it out and the other is this. You go for option. Is option A. It's now here with a silent K. Now, you have to get every single piece. Now, that Persicaria will probably, that Persicaria is not happy there, isn't it funny? That's such a weed, it's so easy to grow, but it's just not happy. It's too dry. Just ain't happy. So I don't know. We have very nice scabiosa. Here, yes. See, is this any good for digging out plants? Never done it before. And the second one. Can't get a swing. And there's another trick of the trade here. A little tiny bit low here because I took a lot of soil out. Before you plant a spot like this, get everything out, every little thing that might be distracting. Don't care what it is. So then you can see. Now I think put nice, get some nice scabiosa in there. It's a good garden centre in there, be able to pick up something. Look what we got here. That needs to be. They're self-seed. They're self-sown. The Galegias. They finished flowering. They're like mini, the flowers are like mini lupins. Look, I have one. Same family. As I said, you have to be in gardening sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. Oh, look, look! See? Now, there we go. Hi, Trixie. Now, look at that. That's the golden Lythrum formosa. Really good plant, but it seeds everywhere. So that's it. Now, you put something in there. So we're just going to pause for a second and I'll get something for there. And I think we might leave it at that, because well, there's loads more to do. But you can, what I'm trying to do, this time of the year, you're going around and you're weeding, and you see this, I think This is moonshine Achillea. Quite nice foliage still, look. Yeah, I think that could be. And as a general rule, you don't try not to leave bits sticking out up that you can see them. Try to get it into the heart of the plant so people don't realise you've done anything. Like that. Now, and we do the same with that one. Now, I'll get the plant for there, and just have a look here, David. That's limelight, and it hasn't been cut ever. And you can cut them back and they reflower, but this has never been cut. And it's just amazing. So facing south, and in Ireland they need that. They need a good open situation, south facing, west facing, so they get plenty of sun. And I see a weed in there that I don't want. It's a Campanula, which has been given trouble, and it's just after setting seed, so that has to come out. You can just I've got just to get the Campanula is hanging out with the bad boys down the hood. Now I just I get a plant for over there. I don't know what I'm going to bring out. I keep doing this. One do. Yeah, I think one will do. That'll come out a little bit more. That'll come out a bit more. Yeah, we'll just stick this in. Put this back in the barrow. And then we finish off, we go back to the kind of season. Now, this is a weed control, comes with the plant, so I always take it away. I'm not sure. And now here's the trick. Another trick of the trade. Try to get random bits. Let's see. Kind of randomly bits, you know. So looks like it wasn't planted. It looks like it was always there. Oh, that was always there. I planted that 5 years ago, Your Honour. Oh, that's that. And we just finish off here. One of the reasons I went for this is because, look, there's more to come. So we probably get into September with this. That's it, the 1st of August. Next to our big leafy plant.